Conan Gray, what's going on? It's been so long.
It's been so long. I'm good. How are you?
We're celebrating the release of People Watching, and
Yes, we are.
it's out today. Now, you wrote Maniac in the shower in like 2 minutes. You wrote Heather.
Yes.
It took like 4 years to write Heather. Where does
hmm
People Watching
People
land?
watching was actually really interesting. So I wrote it with Julia Michaels and Dan, and Julia's incredible. And I rarely write with anyone else ever. It's usually just me like sitting in bed with my guitar or like in the shower and things. And I was like, if I'm gonna write with someone like Julia Michaels, I mean, she's incredible. So she walked in and I was like, let's write something fun. Like, let's write a fun song. And she was like, are you feeling fun? Like, are you really in the mood to write something fun? And I was like, all right, Julia, calm down. And then we wrote like a really depressing song. But it was actually really special. I mean, it's really hard to kind of open up to people, and Julia's just really incredible. We had so much fun writing it together, the three of us. Yeah.
Well, you're both great storytellers, so the
Thank
song is
you.
the song is a great story.
So People Watching is a song that I wrote about kind of being jealous of couples that you see on the street or things like that. It's about a specific couple in particular that I used to kind of creepily spy on a couple years ago at this cafe I used to love to go to in college. And it's just about that feeling of wishing that you knew what it's like to be in love, because I've never been in love myself.
Such a great song, such a nice story.
Thank you.
Speaking of never being in love, the fact that you write about this a lot, that you feel like you love but don't get that back. And that makes me feel sad, because I feel like you're just this beautiful, complex, amazing person that we get to watch and love from afar. What do you look for in a partner?
Oh, well, thank you. I wish people saw how beautiful and complex I am. I think it's really interesting with people. I feel like I don't care too much about like what they look like or things like that. For me, it's so based in their personality. I love smart people. That's like if you're talking and I don't understand anything you're saying, I'm like, yes. But it really, yeah, has a lot to do with kind of personality to me. And I don't know, I think people, really incredible people that you really understand and relate to, I think are pretty rare to come by. And I think you maybe get one or two really great ones in a lifetime.
There's this line in the song that you said, "Be so attached to the person I'm holding." It sounds like you know what you want, and it's good
Yeah.
because you'll recognize it when it comes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think I've seen so many of my friends kind of date people just to date people. And I don't have time for that. Like, there's so many things I need to do. So I feel like if I'm going to date someone, I'd hope that I actually like them. My friends will like rant to me about like their girlfriends or their boyfriends, just be like, oh, I like hate him so much. I'm like, so break up with them.
Yeah, why are you with
Right?
him?
Right.
I'm like, so then why
Seems
are you with
simple.
him? And I just don't want that. I want to be with someone that I know I actually like and then feel attached to.
They're on their way. I feel it. I feel it for you, Conan. I feel
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you.
So are we going to be getting a Conan Gray tour?
I hope so. Nothing anytime in this year, not that I know of, but hopefully the second that we know kind of more about travel, especially with international stuff, because we don't really know with COVID yet. But I'd hope so. I really want to see people again. I miss like smelling sweat on people and things like that. So I'm excited for that.
When we first met you, it was right before your first single came out, and like everything shut down, and like you popped off in this like year and 6 months. You haven't even performed your album, Kid Crow. Like, what is that gonna feel like when you get to finally do that?
I have no clue. It's so weird because, the album came out not even a year and a half ago, like a year and a couple months ago at this point. And I wrote the album over like 2 years. So some of the stuff is stuff that I like was feeling when I was like 17. Like, so it's really interesting. It's going to be very weird. And also like, there's going to be so much like new music out by the time I think we'll be able to like tour again. So it's going to be weird. I'm going to feel very out of place, even like on stage. But as long as the fans are singing along loud enough for me to like not even register that I'm there, I think I think it'll be fun.
I feel like people who aren't artists don't realize that how long it takes for a song to like be created, then come out and then perform it. And it's like you're reliving issues that you had in your past every night. It's like, I'm going to therapy again. People don't get that.
It's rough. I mean, it's rough, but it's also interesting because, you know, like I'll have this really like painful experience of like, oh, this broke my heart and I'm so sad about it. And then I'll go on tour for like 9 months and every single night I get to sing this song that like broke my heart and just see all these like sweet people like singing them back to me. Or like I'll like be singing some really emotional line of like, and then there's just like someone like vomiting in the corner and you're like it's like it kind of like it helps you just kind of get over it, to be honest. It's really like it's a weirdly healing process. I'm actually very grateful for that.
It's a fun pukey distraction.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm obsessed with your relationship with Olivia Rodrigo. You guys are like bestie goals. How did you guys meet?
We've kind of become friends slowly over the past, you know, time, because she works with my producer Dan, and she's just the best. I love her so much, and we have tons of fun together. And yeah, she's wonderful. It's kind of been like a slow thing.
The first time I saw you guys in a photo together, I literally told Tony, I was like, Tony, they're like long lost brother and sister. They are the cutest people together. You guys look like you could be siblings.
We very much. I mean, she reminds me a lot of my little sister, and she's Filipino. My little sister's Filipino. So it's just a very fun thing. We very much are siblings in every single way I could think of.
Is it nice that you both can kind of share the fact that you have popped off in the last year? Like you both have this crazy fame?
I mean, I think any kind of music stuff, it's a very weird thing to experience. So anyone to be able to relate with them at all in any way is just very, very comforting, for sure.
Well, you guys in particular, you both blew up while being locked down. You became household names without being out there at all.
Right, like a bedroom, like it just like happened out of our rooms. It was very odd.
Can we expect a collab maybe with Olivia in the future?
I would love to. I mean, we're very much just making music, and I'm sure sometime. But she's doing her thing. I'm doing my thing, and I'll let you know if anything comes up. But I don't want to say anything that will literally like get me thrown into fire by the fans. Nothing like that. No.
Do you have a dream collab?
Oh, I don't know. I have this like rule with myself, with people that I really like look up to and things like that, where I never say any of it out loud because I think it'll jinx it. And so I think any fan watching this right now, you probably can think of who I would want to work with. I'm not going to say it out loud, but the fans,
Taylor Swift.
The fans know. The fans know. The fans know.
Taylor.
The fans know.
Sorry.
No.
A lot of pollen in the air. Sorry.
Nothing. There's so much pollen in the air.
You know, you say you're a shy person. Have you gotten used to the fame?
No, not at all. Not at all. Even like today we were like shooting this thing in public and it was so embarrassing. I just wanted to like disappear off the face of the earth. What was it? I can't say. It was a thing. No. I'm gratefully people are actually really, really sweet to me. I think people when they meet me in person are like, they're like, that kid is so nervous right now. Like people like I'm like shaking. I'm like, yeah. Aww. Like they're like, are you like, yeah. Like so I think I don't think I'll ever get used to it. I think it's always surprising, and people are so nice. People are very kind.
Tony and I are going to be shaking like you when we meet you because we're going to be so excited. We're going to be like,
yeah, we're all going to be excitement.
We'll all be in opposite
I just make you guys like so
room.
Uncomfortable. You're like,
Do you have any advice for any young upcoming artists to stay authentic and, you know, keep going to get their dreams?
Ooh, I think people like when people are themselves, you know, when you're watching someone and they're just trying so hard to be something that they're not. And it's just like, you just want to give them a hug, you know? I think it's really refreshing to see truth, and the music that I like is about real things and real experiences that real people relate to. So I think that's the most important thing above all. Also, if you know, like make all this music that you're like not satisfied with. Like, it's not going to be satisfying to you in the long run, you know? I think it just really, just be honest with yourself and with everyone.
I love that. You definitely stay true to that.
You say your jewelry is more sentimental in value than it is expensive because you receive it from your friends. Do you have any friend jewelry on now?
I do, actually. So this is a necklace that my friend Leo gave me. I don't know whose this is, but Leo just gave it to me. And Leo also gave me this shark tooth, which is a necklace that I sometimes put on my ear. I actually get a lot of my jewelry from my friend Leo from high school back in my hometown. They always give me their jewelry and I give them my clothes in exchange.
I like that policy.
I love the shark tooth. That's dope.
Thanks. Yeah,
Very
I took
cool.
it off the shark myself.
Hell at you, savage.